Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Norm's Friends. Come on in, relax, have a seat. I'm David B., the reading Scott. No, you could sit there. I have a guest today. I'll introduce him in a minute, and he'll let you know who he is. I'm David B., the readings guy. Biffid at yahoo.com, 603 404 9338 for whatever. Get in touch. Do you have it? And as luck would have it, I have a guest today, the wonderful, most talented artist in New England, Anthony Williams. Take it away, Anthony.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far, but it sounds good.
Oh.
I'm George Washington's hidden son. My name is Willie Washington, and I work for the state of New Hampshire. I collect flies and mow people's grass for a living. I brought in some paintings today. Once from my daughter. I finally finished it. And I've been working on two paintings that deal with aliens. And what I did was I got on the internet and I followed their links on where you can get more information. Mm-hmm. And I was interested in the people that claim that they have been taken aboard. So I followed it. I read some of the reports. They finally released them, because the government's been playing with us for about 70 years on flying saucers and UFOs. Now they have a new name for it. But one thing that these people talked about was the appearance of these so-called aliens. They all of them gave the same description. Tall, very thin, large head, large eyes, a little mouth, So you think to yourself, if these are really aliens, or are they demons? So I'm kind of caught between saying to myself, do I believe the stories that some of these, quote, aliens are working with our government, not only our government, but other governments, to eventually take over this planet, which is another one of those things that you can either take it or leave it, I guess. But for 70 years, the scientists was saying our government has been hiding things from the world, from everybody, American people. And then it went back to 1947 in Roswell, New Mexico. There was a farmer that woke up one morning and found something crashed, a vehicle. He said it was a vehicle. Of what? He wasn't too sure. The government got involved in it. The government came in, took all this farmer's photographs that he had taken, took everything, said, no, you can't have that. Give that to us.
I think I saw a made-for-TV movie about that, within the bush and stuff like that.
So what happened was the other farmers, he calls them on the phone and says, hey, look at this. They all come over and they all had the same story. They say that the government found dead bodies and that they were taken out, and then later all the stuff was removed. So the government says, no, it was a weather balloon. So the farmer says, no, it wasn't a weather balloon. Look at this. So the government said, well, we'll tell you what it really is. It's a secret project that that went afoul. So, and then 8, 9, 10 years later, they changed their story again to fit their premise. So I have to say to myself, are we ever really going to know if these aliens, if they really do exist, which I have a feeling they do. But I don't know if they're aliens or they're demons or what. Because Why the secrecy? If you're coming to this country to destroy us, you would have done it by now.
Well, you don't know that.
Well, you look at their high tech. Yeah, I'm
Well,
just
for
saying,
sure. Yeah.
if they were to do, they could, from what pilots have described, and then they tell the pilots, be quiet.
Well,
No, you can't talk about that.
well, if that's what they're here for, hopefully they'll start on Martha's Vineyard with that joker down there.
But it's interesting. But the thing is, are we ever going to know? It's just like Bigfoot. How many years can you follow these stories? And every time they show you a video, it's always real fuzzy. So
Right.
I gave up on
Exactly.
Bigfoot.
And me.
But the UFOs, they're finding them all over the world now. Russia has had them, India has had them, Africa. And these are people that are photographing them, and they're not scientists, they're amateur. They're out there photographing animals, and then this thing comes in the sky, so they want to photograph it. But it just makes me
I'd
wonder.
love to see one.
Yeah,
I'd
but
love to see one, but I'd probably be scared, you know what, if I
Well,
did.
yeah.
But
something like that you're not too sure of,
yeah,
and especially since we're not being fed all the information. And then their reasoning behind that is, especially our government, is that, well, we don't want Russia or China to find out, or anybody else. Yeah. So it's one of those things I toss up in the air. But I did a painting. I did a little more work on it, and later on we can show it whenever
Yeah.
you're ready.
all right. Let's go.
You go
So-
first.
All right. My inspirational quote of the week. And then I have some interesting fun facts. I think
Uh-uh.
everybody's going to enjoy the interesting fun facts this week. But let's start with the inspirational quote. And I guess this guy's kind of my favorite because I like his quotes. Here's the quote: learn to light a candle in the darkest moments of someone's life. Be the light that helps others see. It is what gives life its deepest significance. Huh?
That's good advice.
Yeah.
We need to stick together as a human race because we're the most important things on this planet. All of us, no matter what color we are, no matter what race, no matter what. Human beings are,
I agree.
you know,
And you know, they always talk about the differences, but sadly, we're much more in common than differences.
right. We need to stick together.
I agree. Hey, do you want to hear some fun facts?
Sure.
All right. And because I was sitting down last night, you know, and I have the windows open. And what is it this time of year that you hear if you have your windows open at night? Crickets.
Right.
So the fun facts today are about crickets.
Did you hear some last night? You heard some?
You imagine? Yeah.
Whoa, good.
Yeah. So naturally, the first one is kind of sexist. But are you all right? Here's fun fact number one: crickets are well known for their chirping sounds.
Right.
Right. That's what got them. So, all right. They chirp for several reasons, but only the male crickets can chirp. Imagine. The male cricket rubs his front wings together to make his chirping sound. The female's wings aren't built the same, so she has no chirp.
Wow. Think about that. Rubbing their wings together can make that noise.
That I knew. I
Wow.
knew that. I always thought it was their hind legs, but it's their front wings. But imagine, so now when you hear crickets at night, it's, you know, no more, well, should they bother you because they're males. Hey, hey, don't mess with us, right? All right. Interesting fun fact number two. I didn't know this one. I didn't know the first one either. I didn't know it was just males chirped. Crickets have different songs for different purposes. I never knew this. The chirping that is most common is that of a male trying to attract female crickets. Once a male cricket has a female nearby, he woos her with another song. Maybe that's why they, you know, you hear them and they go, chee chee, all of it, right? They get
Well, maybe
excited.
some of them are country and western. Yeah,
That's right. Once the male and female crickets have finished mating, doing their thing, he sings another song to keep her nearby and guide her from being mated with another male. Jealousy will get you nowhere.
Lions do the same thing. Bears do the same thing. Stay away from my woman.
When a male invades another cricket's territory and they encounter one another, they have another type of song of aggressions. Imagine. Each song has a different rate and loudness of the chirping.
Wow.
Imagine that. So,
Fascinating, it is.
yeah. Okay. Fun fact number 3. I didn't know this. Crickets mate from late spring into early fall. The female lays her eggs one at a time in soil or in small groups in plant matter. Ultimately, she may lay dozens of up to a couple of hundred eggs.
Wow.
Imagine. All right, here's fun fact number very interesting. For many crickets, meals aren't awfully hard to come by since the majority of the insects are omnivores. They go either way, right? They
Yeah.
hop the fence. Most crickets readily feed on fresh and tasty plant material, fruits, veggies, seeds, and fungi. See, and that's I always threw out food. I never like wasted it. See, now I know why. Because something was telling me, throw those veggies out that you didn't finish.
Yeah.
The crickets want
They'll
them.
eat it.
Yeah. And while most species of crickets are omnivores who will eat meat in addition to plants, the majority prefer plants and other sources of food that put up no fight.
Now, I wonder what kind of meat or what meat they eat. Other insects? Would that be considered meat?
But some species choose to take it. Glad you asked. But some species choose to take a mostly or entirely carnivorous route. Their diet includes invertebrate eggs,
Yeah.
larvae,
Oh my God.
pupae, P-U-P-A-E. How do you-
That means they probably eat lizards.
Oh, molting insects, scale insects, and aphids.
Wow.
All right? Hey, I didn't know this one either. Crickets, fun fact, and this is number 5. Crickets live up to a year or longer, but typically only survive a single winter. Poor things. They die of old age or will freeze if the temperature lowers to 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Only their eggs can survive low temperatures in the
Wow.
winter. Poor things. But they have a blast while they're here.
Until a bird flies by and eats them.
It's funny you mention that. Fun fact number 6. Predators of crickets. See, you're psychic. Predators of crickets include turtles,
Uh-uh.
salamanders, lizards, small snakes. I don't know why big snakes don't get them. Frogs, toads, rats, bats, shrews, mice, birds, ants, spiders, ground beetles, wasps, and praying mantises. Oh,
Wow.
by the way, it's not on here, but I do remember it. I thought it was kind of interesting too. And did you know they have their ears are on their front legs, right?
On crickets?
Yeah, on crickets, and so they're very sensitive, and that's why if you notice when you start walking, sometimes the cricket stops
Yeah.
because that's how sensitive it is. It can hear
They can hear you.
the
That's
whoosh
coming.
from imagine.
Wow.
And lastly, this sort of came back to me, but I remember this in science class when I was a kid. See if you knew the same thing. Very interesting. I'm going to try it out tonight. Amos E. Dolbear, D-O-L-B-E-A-R, a Tufts University. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today? Hello? Okay, goodbye. Anyway, I didn't finish. I got one more fact anyway. Amos E. Dolbear, a Tufts University professor. So Tufts is in Medford. That's why I had to mention it, a Medford boy. So, right? First documented a relationship between the rate of a cricket's chirps and the ambient air temperature. In 1897, he published a mathematical equation called Dolbear's Law that enables you to calculate the air temperature by counting the number of cricket chirps you hear in a minute. But I also read this yesterday too. You could do it two ways. You can also tell the temperature by how many chirps you hear in 15 seconds and add 40.
Wow.
Is that cool or what? Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
I'm wonderful. How are you? It's the energy lady.
The energy
Hey.
lady. Was that you who just called and then didn't say anything when I picked up?
I said everything. Someone said goodbye to me, and then after that, you kept saying hello, hello, and I kept going hello, hello.
No, you weren't
and
saying
nobody
that.
picked up. You hung
You
up.
must have had your phone on mute. You had your phone on mute because you didn't say anything.
I did too. Someone said goodbye to me.
That was the butler.
That's right. So what's going on for today? How was the reading last week? Did it all come true?
Not yet.
What do you mean not yet?
Not yet.
Hey, by the way, so let me ask you, has your dog been ill, by the way? Has your dog vomited?
No,
Well,
my dog is fine.
dog, D-O-G.
Yeah, my dog is fine.
Well, all right, we'll see what happens within the next week. I'm thinking in a couple of days, it's gonna up chucks. So I can hear everything in the background on a relay. How come?
I don't know. Maybe you got aliens in the phone.
Well, we were talking about aliens, so they might have intercepted. That could be true. Hey, do you want to? This is a yes or no question. Come on, yes or no question. One card.
Yes.
What? Do you have a question, or you just want a yes or no answer for the question that you're thinking of?
I want a yes or no answer for the question I'm thinking about.
All right. And well, it's the Four of Wands, and look at this is. I'll explain that. I got the Starman deck today, which is the artist who drew David Bowie album covers. It's the same artist who did these. As you can, once I say it right, you can see it
Oh,
through
yeah.
the tarot. Anyway, so we have the Four of Wands. So as you can see it, there's lots of nice emotional, sort of warm, loving energy all around you, as usual. All right. So the answer is yes. However, the yes answer is also, don't leap. That's if you leap, then it might not be the yes answer. So take your time a little and sort of, do a little more observation, and then the answer is yes. So, but it's got to do with, I'm going to say, a little bit of something emotional with somebody that's sort of not like your significant other, but somebody else. Maybe your next door neighbor or the neighbor in back, who's ever feeding the birds on your yard, making everything chaotic for you. So, how's the chipmunks, by the way?
Very good.
Very
They're
good.
running around like crazy.
As long as they're not running in your walls, you're all set.
Oh, they
They're-
won't run in the walls. I know they could do damage just like a squirrel can.
Yep, and how they can.
We got a lot of rabbits, though.
Do ya?
Always having fun having babies.
Well, isn't that what they say about them?
Oh, yeah, they multiply.
Yeah, very quick. Well, that's good though. because at least if they get rid of the cows because of farting, we'll have rabbits. We can go from.
Excuse me? That was funny.
Well, it is, but that's what they want you to believe. Believe it or not, didn't you hear that?
No.
Oh, come on. Where have you been, energy lady?
I've been energy everywhere else but the cows.
Well, I guess so. You didn't hear that? They want us an island. They're going to slaughter something like 200,000 cows to cut down on the emissions because of the cows farting. You didn't hear
I
that?
didn't hear that.
Yes.
That's supposed to be a joke.
No, it isn't. It's these ESG people.
Just
It's,
say,
it's,
You
this-
always hear about cows that fat.
well, there's no cows where I live, so we don't have that problem. But I guess, that's why they want. You never heard that, and then they want you to eat bugs instead.
No.
yes, it's coming.
I think you've been mooing too much.
Yeah, I think I ain't been mooing enough. That's what it is. You ain't heard that? That's funny.
No.
I'm shocked. Where?
No.
Wow. And you live in
I
Man?
don't have time to hang around gas.
That's
So
true about
funny.
the bugs, though. They've
What's
already
the-
got places that are.
Anybody that's a father out there, happy Father's Day for the weekend.
Yeah, and not only Happy Father's Day, everybody get out there, salute the flags. Happy Flag Day today. Today's
Yeah.
Flag Day.
Always. I
That's
always
right.
thank good old Gloria, and she's always flying in my heart.
Good for you and me. Thank God for that. That's right.
That's
Thanks
true.
for reminding me about Father's Day also. Happy Father's Day, Anthony.
Thank you.
Imagine.
Anthony, happy Father's Day.
Thank you.
So,
Just don't hang around the cows. The cows are fat.
I know.
You'll be blown away.
I know it.
I know. All right. Hey, thanks for calling.
All right, you're welcome. Have a wonderful night, and God bless everybody.
Thanks, and stay away from the cows.
Stay happy, healthy, and strong. Goodbye.
Bye.
That is insane, though. They're talking about bugs getting ready for it. Because bugs
ridiculous.
have protein.
Well, so doesn't
And when you
beef.
say 200,000 cows on an island and get rid of
an
them,
island, yeah.
think of the food supply that's being. And that's these people that are running this world are evil. They're evil.
They're Satanists. They're all of them. I keep saying it. They're all devil worshippers.
They just don't care. Period.
They don't.
Well-
That's that's how they're going to control every single
Yeah,
aspect.
I've read a couple articles on people that are scientists saying, bugs. People have been eating bugs for a long time, so eat bugs, be happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I mean, come on.
How would you like your grasshoppers cooked? All medium well. I mean,
You're just gonna kill 2,000 cows or 200,000 or whatever. I mean,
200,000 cows. That's what I was
ridiculous.
saying.
It's
It
ridiculous.
is. These climate change people, they're soft.
Yeah.
They don't have a clue. They go, scientists say. You can get as many. That's because they're paying the scientists to say that. You can pay other scientists or the same scientists to say that it's a big joke, which it is, but
Yeah, sure. They want to put a tax on it because we are headed for that new world order. The World Economic Forum is making sure of that. And when you think of all the people, the elite, powerful people around the whole world
yeah.
that are all involved in this, you have to scratch your head like, oh my God.
But I know telling me that's not a scam, but I can't believe how dumb people are that they believe that. If you pay more taxes, there's gonna be no climate change. I mean,
Pay
and
all the taxes you
people
want.
eat that up.
Yeah.
Right, a carbon tax. How ridiculous is that?
Well, it's just like some people still
Well-
think that guns kill people, but it's people that kill
right.
people.
Well,
Yeah.
good. Hello. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Good. Hi, David. Tina from Messer.
Gina, oh, how are you today?
Oh man, the worst. Today was the worst.
Well, isn't it? Is
Dad,
this
we're winding down.
good? Is this the last week of school?
No, I'll be done on the 21st.
Wow, I know.
Yeah.
Wait, where is it? Is it? It's either Andover or Methuen gets out tomorrow.
I
How
know everybody else gets before us.
how
I
come?
don't know what's going on. Well, we got all the holidays now. We give everything. We give Rosh Hashanah. We give Eid. We give.
What is that
oh,
Eid? What is that Eid? Is that a Muslim thing of Satan?
Yeah, it's
a
a
Satan
Muslim. It's Muslim. Eid is Muslim.
Satanists?
Yeah, it's when the day that they can eat.
Is that
You know?
it's the what?
It's at the end of Ramadan when they can eat anything they want.
Ramadan.
It's called EID.
Oh, eat, eat, eat.
EID.
EIG.
D.
Yeah, EID.
D.
Wow.
So now we're going to be giving all the holidays, everything, from soup to nuts.
Well, you know why they're
Whatever
doing
to celebrate.
Gina, everybody laughs, but he's got at least 100 Muslim staff in the White House, Muslim Brotherhood, and that's why they want to give you all the holidays until they until the.
These articles of impeachment are going to go through this.
No, it's
What
a
do you
joke.
think?
It's not going to go
No?
through. They're Democrats. It's so corrupt now, and you'll see.
Yeah.
And I don't care what you
What
say.
about-
This guy,
What
he.
about poor Trumpy?
This is a banana republic. It's Pakistan just did the same thing to their past prime minister because he was going to run again. What did they do to him? They arrested him. He's in jail. This is and this. You know, if you notice yesterday on the news, they didn't say not one thing about these
Yeah.
Biden documents or these Biden tapes that they have him on tape discussing taking a $5 million bribe. Not one word about that. Hush, hush, hush. Everything was about Trump being indicted. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke.
Unbelievable. But let me tell you what the new law is in Medford. You ready?
Yeah.
You guys are going to get the best kick out of this.
Yeah.
You ready for the new law in school in Medford?
What?
Next year. Huh?
I'm ready.
All right, then. Next year, if they cut a class, kids, we're going to call the police, say they're missing, and that the parents have to come down and find them.
You're kidding me. What?
No!
That is insanity.
Beautiful! I can't wait.
Oh, there's going to be a lot of.
Cut a class. The police are we're going to put in as unsafety and missing calls. So
This-
then the parent has to come down and claim their child. Find them.
There's going to be
Isn't that awesome?
there's going to be a lot of unhappy crack mothers next year.
I know. Don't you just love it? I'm so happy for that rule. I can't wait. That's going to be my pleasure.
It's-
It's going to be my pleasure to do it.
I can't. That is unbelievable. That
Yeah.
is who come up with that one?
It's going to be in Massachusetts. Huh?
What in all of
Yeah, because if
Massachusetts?
you're cut a class, you're missing. So that could be an actual missing person.
Oh my
You could go
God.
anywhere.
It's-
Yeah.
I've heard it all now. That is so asinine.
Isn't that classic?
Wow.
It's come to this, Dave. It's come to this.
It's unbelievable. And I still say they're doing all kinds of stuff like that, so nobody's paying attention to what's really going on. How they're taking away all our liberties and rights, and I can't believe Americans are so dumb that they're
dumb.
falling for it. They are.
They're dumb.
They really
They're
are.
dumb.
Yeah.
I feel so bad. I just feel so bad
Oh,
for
my
this
God.
country. And I'm an immigrant who came here legally and who tried to make it through the cracks. And I assimilated and started to celebrate everything. I made the class get up today. It's Flag Day. I said, everybody's ass better be up. Because if you're not, you're going to listen to me scream and yell. They asked me why. I said, because today is the day that we founded our flag I want everybody up. Whether you do it for me or do it for yourself, I don't care. I want
Good.
everybody standing up.
Good.
And they did it.
Did you do the
And they
Pledge
did
of
it.
Allegiance?
They did it for me because I
Good.
said it's Flag Day today.
Good.
You need to do it. Yeah, I forced everybody to stand up.
Good
and
for you.
everybody's like, oh, well. I said, no, oh, well. You say, stand up for this flag.
You'll
And they
be
did it.
you'll be getting parents yelling at you tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, but I'm going to say, oh, you know what I'm going to say? I'll go, no, I was just trying to show them why we stand up.
Too funny.
That's all. I'm going to say that.
When I was in
I'm
school,
gonna say-
every day we started school with a Pledge of Allegiance.
We do too, but you don't have to stand up, and some people turn their face to the flag.
Cut it out.
Yeah, because
Wow.
some kids are taught that it says God in it, and they don't believe
Oh,
it.
right, and
Something by
the
their parents.
right. So, that's another thing from the satanic worship in Muslims. It says in right, one nation under God. Nope. Because for them it has to be one nation under
Yeah, they don't want that, so they turn their face.
right, one
And I
nation.
just look at them,
Yeah.
and I go, that's a disgrace.
One nation under Allah, Satan.
No, it's
Yeah.
Mahdi is the name of God. Their God, Mahdi.
Mahdi?
M-A-H-D-I.
Is that short for Muhammad? Mahdi?
No, that's the name of their God.
Oh, see
Mahdi.
that? You learn something new every day.
Yeah, exactly. You learn every day. Dave, I need a card. I'm just full of anxiety today.
Oh no.
Allah,
Let's see.
Allah simply means
Well, you are full of anxiety. Look at this card, the Five of Swords, and this is the Starman Tarot deck. So there is all kinds of anxiety here. However,
Yep.
and some of it is really intense. However, all right? Instead of looking at the anxiety head on, all right? Look a little above the anxiety and you'll see that it's really not worth the attention and the energy that you're spending on it.
Yeah,
All right? It's,
I agree with you. Yeah.
and that's, that's in a nutshell. How much simpler and clearer can it be, Gina?
Oh, my
Oh
God.
no, look at these cards aren't even that old. Look at that. Poor me.
Oh, the cards are nice.
They are, but look out, the card is peeling already. Poor
Yeah.
me. I'll have to fix it when I get home. I don't know
Oh,
if I
no.
can. Poor me.
Yeah.
I mean, it happens. They'll look used anyway. Well, they are, but so that's it. It's you're giving it more attention and credibility than it's worth. And it's
I know.
and I can
I agree with you.
and I can see it. It's really, some of it is real, but what you got to remember is like I said, look up above. You can look beyond if you really choose to.
Yeah.
So do that, and
I'm
then
going to. This week was a bad week, and I even chipped it through, so
Well-
I gotta get it back on track.
I could see it's a bad week if they're coming out telling you what that loss is going to be next year.
Yep, that's what they told us.
That is
Yeah.
just unbelievable. I just can't believe somebody thought that up.
They did.
Talk about
Started up.
talk about.
I think
Go ahead.
the police came with it. The police.
Are they not making enough money? They're not getting enough overtime. Is that what it is?
Or because they're missing. Kids are missing. They're hiding. So it becomes a missing person.
Too
And
funny.
that's what we're going to do. And it's going to control them from cutting classes.
And so, what I wait.
Which I like.
Yeah, but I mean, tell me. So, who was it? The chief of police? Tell me he doesn't have too much time on his hands if he come up with something like that.
No, our resource officers, we have resource officers, they call them. We have
Wow.
resource officers, and they don't want to be chasing kids. So they came up with that new deal.
Wow. Hey,
That's what they're going to do.
how come they're not officer friendly anymore? When I was a kid, they were officer friendly. The ones that came to the school.
No, they
Don't-
want to be. They're trying, but guess what? You've got all kinds of races, and the first thing they say is, we're taught not to be friendly to police.
Oh, I know.
the
That's
first
right.
comment
Yeah.
they make.
Yeah, that's true. That's right. They're not our friends. Well, that's
Yep.
because
So
that's.
that's the problem.
Hmm.
But they're being friendly. They bring them cookies, and they're trying to be friendly, you know?
Yeah,
But what are you going to do?
I know.
Kids are taught otherwise.
That's too bad. Oh, I'm bummed with
And I
this
think it's a
card.
society thing.
It is. Do you have any glue, Anthony?
No.
Oh no.
Dave, thank you for the card. I'll talk to you next week.
Hey, so when you out of school again, Gina?
The 21st, I'll be out. And then the week after, I'll come and see you.
All right, very good. All right, anyway,
Okay.
look over it. You'll be fine.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thanks for calling and thanks for filling us in.
You're welcome.
All right, talk to you later. Thanks again.
Bye.
Bye.
Dave.
Getting crazy.
Do you believe that, Anthony?
Which one?
That
Well,
if they cut class, you got to call up a missing person. Hey, Anthony, let's do your art because
Okay.
look at it.
Yeah.
The time is flying by.
okay. Which one should I do first?
Your choice.
This is a painting that, wow, it's actually completed. It's, I don't know which way to turn it, this way here. Try and get a, this is a painting I did for my daughter, Heather.
Look at. Wait, hold on.
I've already done the touch-ups, all I need to do is.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today? Hello.
Hello, Dave.
Hey, Mr. Whoopi, what's going on?
Oh, enjoying this beautiful.
You're breaking up. What happened to your phone?
Wait a minute, maybe I get the volume down.
There you go. No, I can hear you now. Before you were breaking up.
How's that?
I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you good.
All right.
I'm going outside on my veranda.
All right. Very good. It's a beautiful day out. What's on your mind today?
Gina said she has to stay in school until the 20 what?
First. Yeah.
You know why? Because you got to work 180 days.
Well, that's what it is. Exactly. And like she said, they give everybody all these ridiculous holidays. They're not really holidays. So there you have it. Listen, I want to rush it today because Anthony brought art with him, and we don't have a whole lot of time left. I want Anthony to go over his art here. So, do you want a one-card reading?
Sure, give me a little.
All right,
Give me a pretty.
all right. Let's see. All right. Well, for you, look, I love this. The Four of Swords. All right, it's nice. It's stable. There's a lot going on there with the Four of Swords. You know me, that's decisions, your mindset, that type of thing. But as you can see in this card here, I love it. It's nice. It's nice, strong emotions that are sort of all pulling together. A few things, something here or there might seem a little scattered or a little out of place, but everything in a short span time you'll see now is it's all going to come together, smoothing itself out, and sort of all bond together for you. So there you have it in a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
Yeah, man, I know.
Okay.
So there
You know that you seen the article? New Balance might be building it in the airport.
Oh, that's right. I did read about that. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, you can get a job there.
I don't want a job there. I work part-time. That's plenty for me. My day, especially
Yeah,
in a warehouse or a factory, I don't think so. You
Well,
know,
you should get another job because that way you can pay more taxes.
yeah, I know that. Well, somebody's got to pay for these illegals. That are,
Yeah. Yep.
and I like to know. He just gave New York City what $100 million to care for these illegals. Where does this guy just come up with all this money to fling around like that? That's what I'd like to know.
Who's that, George Soros?
No, it's the Joker in the White House.
Oh, Biden?
You know, when you get your bill in for your electric, don't you write out a check and pay it right away? Or you call in the numbers
Well,
so they can take it out of your checking account?
Well, I hate to say, shouldn't say, I hate to say it. I live in a 62 or over community, so everything is included in the rent. So no electric, no heat bill. It's you pay the rent, and that's it.
Any availabilities?
Well, I'm sure there's a waiting list now. When I got in, it was brand new, so
Oh,
and not really nobody.
Londonderry, that's a nice town.
It is a nice town. They're in the middle of the woods, and nobody's really moves out of there unless they go out in a body bag.
In a box or a body bag.
Mm, exactly. Unfortunately, but there you have it. Anyway, listen, Mr. Whoopi.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'll talk to you next week.
All right. Thanks for calling, because Anthony's got some on. I'm on.
Anthony, have a good one.
You too, guy.
Thanks.
And like the energy lady says, God bless you all.
Well, thank
There you
you.
go. Thank you.
Right back at you. Thanks again. Bye bye. All right.
That's full. Okay, let's
Mary's
hold this
gonna
up
call
again,
now.
If I can get another close up. This is a painting that I did for my daughter. I just finished it. It's been sitting around since 2019, I think, or before. And I found it a couple of
wow.
weeks ago. So to me, is all I got to do is sign my name. It's my daughter at Hampton Beach, and the mirror in the sky is a reflection of her that I took from a photograph and then painted it on the mirror. And Salvador Dali, the
I
artist,
knew that was him because of the
yeah,
mustache.
that's Salvador
funny.
Dali, the famous. I mean, the guy is awesome, awesome artist. But hopefully, I'll have this thing, and I'm going to get it matted. And I don't know about framed, but we'll see if I can get it. And this one here is not done. This is what I had going. This is aliens or demons. I actually went through, like I said earlier in the show, all the UFO cases I get my hands on all around the world. And one thing for sure is that 9 out of 10 people describe the same creature. So that makes you think, somebody in Germany or Scotland, and then they come up with this. So I'm going to finish it. And then I'm thinking about having some greeting cards made out of it because I like it so well, the colors. And these
Yeah, I
are one
like
of
the
those
colors,
paintings that, it grows on you. And there's something about this one. I've got a little bit more work to do, and then that's it.
And now, are they male, female, or transgender?
They're all transgendered grasshoppers. That's something that you got to figure too, if they're demons or if they're aliens, because remember in the Bible in Genesis that the angels came and mated with earth women, and when you first think of angels, you think they shouldn't have to. They're angels, whatever angels are, and why would they want to mate? Why would they need to mate? But I have read stories that there's a couple women that have said that that's where they came from, and that the alien in human form is on the earth. Now, that's another thing. I don't know whether I believe it or not. Then I listened to a story about this woman saying that she had sex with an alien, and that she had a child, and that someday she's going to release all the information. Now, I don't know whether to believe that or not. There's so many stories out there. But one thing I know for sure, there's something out there.
There is. Good afternoon. Welcome to Norm's Friends. How are you today?
Not too bad, and you?
All right.
Is that Mary?
Cruising with Mary, but no Cruising with Mary tomorrow live, right? It's going to be a rerun?
Nope, nothing tomorrow.
All right,
Next
so
week. Because they
rerun.
got a cruising downtown tomorrow. It starts from 6 to 8 tomorrow, and there's no fee. There's no entry fee. You just bring your card down so the people can see it. Everything's all free. And they're going to have, I guess they're going to have like little luncheons or whatever from $1. Drinks from $1 from what I see on Facebook with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from 6 to 8 tomorrow. So anybody can bring their trucks, their SUVs, whatever they want to bring in to show them off.
Are you bringing yours?
No.
Oh.
She was going to bring her Harley, but she ran out of gas.
No.
Wow.
Hey, Mary, sometime we're all going to have to get together and pick a day. So far,
Oh.
the good day to go out and eat, all of us, is a Tuesday. So we'll,
Tuesday works for me well. If
Okay.
you want to do, what do you think of Tuesday, Mary?
Yeah, Tuesday's good.
Tuesday.
all right.
Good. And they don't get what they call a luncheon. I think everybody could afford a luncheon.
Yeah, we could go. Does the earlier work for you, Anthony?
Sure.
All right, and plus, I'm leaving Manchester Elks next Tuesday. Is my last Tuesday.
For what?
I'm not going to be bartending down there anymore.
you
And that
quit?
was on Tuesday. Yeah, I
Yeah.
quit
How come?
because I say it as much as I I won't mention names, but one of the bartenders down there. Are you ready for this? I worked. Tuesdays is the slowest night, except when they have meetings.
Yeah.
I worked a Tuesday night. I had 3 customers. I sold 3 cocktails, drinks. The next
Wow.
day, and it's funny, I always put my phone away. I had left it on here during the show, and the bartenders texted me, you didn't clean the bathrooms, you didn't sweep the floor, you didn't clean up, you didn't do this, you didn't stock the beer. It's like, so when I went there after, because I always could stop for a beer after the show there, I go, I says, what's up with that? She says, well, you didn't stock. I says, I didn't sell any beer last night. Why would I stock? And so she says, well, I always look, and if it needs stocking. So right away I said, excuse me, you worked the 3 previous nights. So if you're saying it needs stock and you neglected, you're the one
That's
that
right.
don't come back to me, and it just rubbed me the wrong way. So
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Yep. So I said,
Yeah.
see you later.
No, I don't blame you a bit. It's just like when I was working, when I worked the restaurant and everything, and I worked in the kitchen. I did everything you can think of over there on 2nd Street. And when the other manager comes along and he says to me, "Go clean the toilets." You know what I told him?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
Food. You got plenty of people out there in the kitchen. Let them do it, because I was about to leave what I was doing with the food and go clean the toilet. I don't think so.
I don't blame you. But that's like,
No, sir. Nobody
what?
I don't care if you're pouring beer, anything what you're doing, you do not go behind the counter like that and get over there and clean the bathroom. You don't do it.
I agree. But, and it's just like I told her, I said, you're talking about not sweeping. I said, you're the one who didn't sweep. I said, what do you think? Because Tuesday's slow. I said, the Tuesday night guy's going to pick up all your slack. And I says, it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't blame you.
So, there you. Mary, want a one card reading, a quick one?
Sure.
All right. Well, here we are. Mary, the 7 of Wands, all right?
Yeah.
Focus on it. So there's stuff going on. I'm going to say you're thinking about different things. So you're sort of scattering yourself a little bit, all right?
Yeah.
So what I'm going to say is, and you could still think of all those things, but instead of thinking of all those different things at once, center it. The 7 of Wands hit. Center it. Because when you center everything, sort of maybe magnify it a little bit, everything
Yeah.
becomes crystal clear. The clearer it becomes, the easier it is to make sense and resolve. So there you have it, nice and quick.
And I must tell you, when you said I was going to go somewhere
Yep.
over the weekend, I did. I went to a barbecue down in Hampton.
All right, good for you.
That was my trip.
Good for you. How was the barbecue, by the way?
Oh my God, it was so good. They had everything you can think of there. They always have such everything you can think of that's in a store. They have it there.
Nice. So what did you have? Bird?
They had everything.
Wow, nice. Anthony, look at that.
Greek food and everything. And I love Greek food.
Oh, you like Greek food? I like some Greek food.
Yeah,
Like-
I love Greek food.
I like their lamb dishes.
Yeah, and I love Chinese food too.
Oh, do you? I'm sort of.
Oh yeah.
I can take it or leave it. Hey, did you know? Well, I bet you. What's the two Chinese words that everyone knows?
Kung Fu.
No. What's the two Chinese words that everyone knows?
Hop Sing.
No.
Chang Yang Li.
No. Give up. Give up. Fly why?
Why?
No, fried rice, right?
Right. Yeah. Fry why?
Yeah, I love
Right.
that too.
Right. Yeah. Fly why? Fly why?
Mr. Cartwright.
No. Hey, what do you call it? Is that being racist?
Alrighty, guys, we'll let you go.
All right, and no
Anthony
a
will see you next
rerun,
week. No
rerun.
show this week.
All right, hey, think of a day, Tuesday. Think of all we have to do is come up with a Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, I'm
Glenn
game.
said Tuesday's good. Mary said Tuesday's good.
Yeah.
Good for you, good for me.
Yeah.
So we'll get it going.
All right, very good. Thanks for calling, Mary. Enjoy your.
Alrighty,
And-
thank you guys, and happy Flag Day. Happy
that-
Father's Day.
That's right. Thanks again. All right,
Yeah.
Mary. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye. So that's right. No.
Tuesday, so it's okay for you?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard. I told you it's hard to get people in the same wagon. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, it's,
Tuesday's good now. Yeah.
yeah.
So.
I want to go to 603. I think that guy has the best hamburger I have ever eaten.
You know, it's
Ever
funny.
eaten.
Since you said that, I've people down, the other place I bartend told me about it, the 603.
Yeah, good
They
food.
would yeah. They said the same thing. So I'm game. I'm willing to give that a go.
Yeah, I mean, a friend of mine, Brian, took me down there, and he says, "You wait till you taste that cheeseburger. First of all, it's about that thick.
Yeah.
The meat is cooked exactly the way you want it, with cheese, less tomato. But I'm not kidding you. It's wow. It's just good. You know, some hamburgers are hamburgers, but these
Right.
it was
Really?
yeah.
That's
But
good.
I figure somehow, it's all meet somewhere. And Mary's worried about walking great distance, and I understand.
Yeah.
But I told the owner of 603, Kevin, I told him, I said, well, I'm trying to get everybody on the same wagon. We'll all be down to eat. And he said,
Yeah.
okay, I'll wait for you. I said, I can't give you a day right now or a time or anything else because I'm trying to gather all these people up. It's
Yeah.
hard.
So not next Tuesday, the Tuesday after would be
Yeah.
great.
To see if we can do it.
Because that's next Tuesday's my last day down here. So.
Are you going to? Okay, so I got to go
Yeah.
by and look on the door and see his hours. I think it says 11 o'clock. He opens up Monday through Thursday, but I'm not too sure. But
Well,
that's no
because
big
if
deal.
I get a burger and fries or whatever, I want a beer with it. But I don't,
Oh, got no
I
worries.
don't want a beer if I'm going to work after. That's why I said after next Tuesday.
Yeah, not this coming Tuesday,
Right.
but the Tuesday after. Yeah, sure.
All right, that will work out well. So, Anthony, we should take a ride way up north near the border and see if we can see any UFOs or aliens come in contact. What do you think? We can call them in.
I don't know, except that there's more appearing now, according to what I see, than ever before. For some reason, they're appearing. I don't know.
So,
Are we being played? I don't know.
that's why we should go see. Plus, we're open to it, so they're more likely to I'm thinking that they should be more likely to, they'll be more receptive because they'll go, oh, these guys are looking for us.
I'm going to finish
Let's
this and
freak them out.
see what I can do. Then I got a smaller one I'm working on too. But it's just something I got to do. I got to do. It's talking about what's in the Bible too, in the book of Revelation, about the river Euphrates drying up. And guess what?
Is it drying up?
It's drying up. And that makes me, hey people, look at it, read it yourself.
Right, but
Because
some of
it's-
them are, right.
I know.
You know how they
I'm
are.
not a
They're-
preacher. I'm just saying, hey,
Right.
read it. There it is.
Good.
And there's supposedly four angels that rebelled, and God put them there in chains. So they're chained up. And once that river is dry, they'll be released to kill 1/3 of mankind on the planet. And another thing that gets me about that is there'll be a 1,000,000-man army, the Bible says, march across the Euphrates when it's dried up. And they
Wow.
figure it'll be China, Russia,
Yeah.
Iran. 1,000,000 foot soldiers
Wow.
right there in the bottom. Freaky.
It is freaky, isn't it?
Yeah, makes you think.
It really is. I know.
Makes you think.
I know. Anyway, we don't have a whole lot of time left, Anthony, but quick, how can they get a hold of you if they want?
You can watch my show, or you can. I got my email on my show, Art Expressions, amwpaints26@yahoo.com.
And when's your show on?
My show is on Wednesdays now at 2:00. I don't know if that's what it shows every week. I'll have to find that out later, but that's when I shoot.
Huh.
But I'm going to have a lady on my next show in 2 weeks,
Yeah.
Sue King, and she has, I call it a giant website on Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
and it's called An Art Movement. And she started it a couple of years ago, and it's
Yeah.
gone international.
Nice.
So now you get artists from everywhere.
Yeah.
It's just an opportunity for artists to express themselves.
All right. And, all right, before we don't have a lot of time left, I'm David B., the readings guy, 603-404. I put my Light Truva hat on. 9338, biffit@yahoo.com. Give me a call. Let's set something up. Everybody, remember today's Flag Day. Get out there. Salute the closest flag to you. Happy Father's Day for all you fathers out there this coming Sunday. You could celebrate it by going up to Laconia. And in the meantime, please remember two important things. First, you can't be dumb if you want to be free. And more importantly, you are a winner.